Flood continues to ravage some states in Nigeria. Residents of Ondo State have been charged to stop dumping refuse in drains. Some residents who were affected by the ravaging disaster are assured that appropriate agencies will look into it. Ayodeji Muradio reports.
Ondo State, southwest Nigeria, was not spared by flooding, which ravaged many communities across the country. Communities mostly affected by this disaster in the state are Akure, Ile-Oluji-Okegbo, Ala, Eseldo, among others. The disaster left sour taste in the mouths of many who lost property worth millions of naira to flooding.
Children that go to school buy food, so whenever it's raining and there is flood, they have to go back home. So, and this road is a major road, even to other communities.
We spend money here and the rain comes, it will wash away everything and it will record the wasted effort. So at this point, we can no longer continue like this. This is devastating.
According to investigation, most areas affected were flooded due to human error. Indiscriminate dumping of refuse by the people in drains is the chief cause of flooding. Members of the State House of Assembly are worried about this development and directed appropriate government agencies to check it.
Do best in the House of Assembly with the Right Honorable Speaker of this 10th Assembly. We have sent a letter to all the dignitaries that have to do with that issue, like the Commissioner of Works, should stop dropping refuse in the drainage, so that whenever they stop doing that, I think it will reduce the issue of flooding in different local government.
The National Emergency Management Agency has sensitized residents of Akure, especially market women, of the danger inherent in indiscriminate dumping of refuse on waterways.
To sensitize people on the need to have a cleaner environment, to clear our drains and be mindful of the upcoming flood, so that people don't walk against flooding or driving across flooded area. With
stern warning about looming flood disaster by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency.
European Union is stepping up its support for education in Nigeria. The ambassador of the regional bloc at the pre-departure orientation for the 135 awardees of the Erasmus Plus scholarship says it's ready to invest 45 million euros on basic education for girls affected by the conflict in the Northwest. Moyo Thomas reports.
The state of education in Nigeria has been of concern lately, especially with the rising figure of out-of-school children. UN's global data on out-of-school children put the current figure at about 20 million. Reasons for this are not far-fetched. Apart from the obvious insecurity, funding is also a great challenge. It is definitely pleasing news that the EU is expanding its cooperation with Nigeria to include basic education, which is every child's right. The EU ambassador to Nigeria says this initiative will be launched soon. The ambassador encouraged students departing Nigeria for various EU countries for postgraduate education to be focused and be a global citizen.
All of you, a life-changing experience. You will be exposed, my dear awardees, to other cultures. You will meet many people, not only European people. You will meet with many people coming from different parts of the world. It's a unique opportunity for you to become citizens of the world. This is what the Erasmus program is all about.
The Ministry of Education and the National Universities Commission acknowledges the steadfast commitment of the EU to enhancing education.
The EU delegation in Nigeria has continued to show unwavering support in fostering educational cooperation and collaboration, in promoting academic excellence and expanding the frontier of knowledge in the country.
The program has promoted academic excellence and innovation, as well as encouraged the exchange of knowledge and best practices among participants.
I'm excited.
The excitement of the awardees could be felt miles away.
This year, I told myself that I have seen my boss and I'm going to go after that boss with all my might. And while going after the bus, I also prayed to catch the bus. Erasmus Scholarship was my boss for this year. And I went after it while praying to God that I got it.
Honestly, I didn't know how serious this entire program was until today. Knowing that 50,000 people around the world applied and 835 of the Nigerians that were awarded today, I'm one of them, is really eye-opening for me, and I'm overwhelmed, as it were.
The students met with the representatives from the countries of study to learn more about the country. As most of them already stated, the scholarship has given them the wings to soar high without limitation, as the sky is a starting point. Moya Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.
Begin from the National Assembly, where the House of Representatives has challenged security agencies to adopt new tactics and strategies to end daily banditry attacks in Basari, Safana Federal Constituency of Katsina State. The Parliament also dwelt on the need to improve welfare package for members of the armed forces. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa has details.
May the agenda so rest in perfect peace.
Another day at plenary and security issues again top legislative business. Aliyu Abubakar from Katsina State laments the rising cases of kidnapping, killings and other banditry attacks in East constituency. He says economic activities have become practically impossible as his constituents can no longer go to their farms. His appeal is that the newly confirmed security chiefs should respond to his distress call.
Bandits attacked these villages, leaving many dead and others who are wounded and kidnapped. Currently, there are some people that are receiving treatment at Federal Medical Center Katsina, and some are in the hands of these bandits.
Lawmakers are worried about the disturbing trend of adulterated aviation fuel, a development they say poses serious danger to lives and property. They have now resolved to a probe.
That the House to constitute an ad hoc committee to investigate the increasing incidences of aviation fuel contamination, associated air travel risks, and possible non-adherence to standard operating procedures.
The head of the Civil Service of the Federation and the nation's Accountant General have a date with the Parliament on the inability of Government's Payment System, IPPIS, to certify workers for payment of their salaries.
It's quite unfair that people will be working for 3 years, take transport in Nigeria of today, and they are not being paid. So these people have families. Some of them are breadwinners. They need to be paid, not just in INDIZIG, but in all the universities in the Federation.
Consumers may now heave a sigh of relief as the House adopted a motion calling on the Electricity Regulatory Agency to desist from approving hiking tariff.
It is most inappropriate and insensitive to come up with a price increase of such magnitude at this time when Nigerians are yet to come to terms with the increase in petroleum prices.
To motivate members of the nation's armed forces, the House called for the full implementation of the Manual of Financial Administration. The end goal is to ensure that the 2024 budget takes adequate care of their welfare. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.